Good morning and welcome to Crafty Tuesday. It's lovely to have you all with us again this week. This week it's a lovely sunny day and hopefully we're going to have a few more sunny days. We've started school holidays. Those of you who did go back to school for a little while, we're now on school holidays. I think most parts of the country are on holiday now. So I thought, let's think a little bit about going to the beach. Some of you probably live quite close to the beach and some of you probably have to travel to go to the beach. But summertime always makes us think about beach time. So today I thought we'd just look at a few summer crafts or summertime crafts that might make us think about being on the beach. Father Paul and I have been to the beach this morning and it was very, very lovely down there. It was nice and sunny and we took the dog with us and we had a lovely walk there, and Sooty loved being in the rock pools and so on because the tide was out, so she couldn't go in the sea. So the first thing I thought that we might have a look at today is making a shell, because it's so simple. You see that shell there that I've made? It's just made out of a paper plate, and it's a very easy craft, a quick craft, and something just to fill a few minutes of our time if you're looking for something to do. So just take your paper plate, just a plain paper plate. I bet you've got paper plates at home now because I've been going on about paper plates for weeks and weeks now and how useful they are. And all you have to do is, with the paper plate, is just, it couldn't really be much easier, is cut the bottom of the paper plate like that, so that you're left with the shell shape coming out like this. You could draw it on, you could get a grown-up to just help you with it. I mean, shells are all different shapes, so in a way it doesn't really matter as long as you get the sort of rough shape of a shell. And just go around the little bit at the top that's got the indentations on it, you know, the little marks on it, and you get a sort of shell shape like that. You've probably seen shells like that. Paul and I have got a lovely shell that's that shape. Unfortunately, I didn't bring it with me today, which is a shame because it would have been nice for you to have seen it, because you could have seen what we were trying to get at. But I'm sure you've all seen it. A shell, so you'll understand what I mean. When you've got your shell shape, turn it round the other way around so that it's sort of the bumpy side, well, it's the lumpy side up, if you see what I mean, so that it's a bit like we did the ladybirds and so on. Just turn it round, and then with whatever colour you want, and you can make up your colours, just paint it. You can paint it with paint brushes, you could paint it with a sponge paint or anything like that, and just go splotching all over it like this with your colours, and then with a different colour. You'll see why, but at the moment I've only got two colours ready, which is yellow and blue, but you can do whatever colours you like and just paint all over it until you've filled it up like that. And when you've done that, then with another colour, with a brown is quite good, if you just put the lines on it, because shells always have lines coming up like that on there. You've got like a nice shell. You could make it in any colours. You could do it in purples or pinks, whatever colour you want. You could put a bit of glitter on it. You could just make it a very pretty shape. And you've got like a beach shell, and if you wanted to, you could put a hole at the top and you could hang it up like we did some of the things at the beginning. So that's a shell, and we see lots of shells on the beach. Perhaps sometimes when you're on holiday you go to a beach with lots of shells and you collect them. Can't do that on Goring Beach. There aren't many shells there. There are some, but not many. But we've been on holiday and we have collected shells, and you can do quite nice craft with shells all together. So that's the first thing that we're going to look at today. And the next crafts I've got are all beach huts, because I think beach huts make me think of the seaside. So I did this like collage picture. It's just cut up pieces of paper, and I just made a lovely little beach scene out of that. So you just need a piece of card or white paper, and just paint it, which is why I've got the colours here that I have. Paint the sea on it like I did there. Very quickly paint the sea on it. As I say, we always do it very quickly on Crafty Tuesday, so it's never really the best that we can do. Put a bit of yellow on it to have the beach, because beach huts are normally on the sand, aren't they? Sometimes they're on a bit of grass bank or something like that. But they are often on the sand, aren't they? If you go to West Wittering, there are beautiful beach huts there. There are beach huts in Goring and in Littlehampton. So you probably see beach huts around quite a lot. And then what I did was, well, actually the first ones I did, I just got some more white paper and I drew the shape of the beach hut, which is very simple. And it's just, you know what a beach hut's like in shape. If you need to get a grown-up to help you, there's never a problem asking grown-ups to help you for Crafty Tuesday. And just quickly cut out. This is so quick what I'm doing here. It's not going to be as good as the one that you saw earlier on. But cut out the shape of the beach hut. And when you've done that, you can get another colour, and you'll see in a minute that I've got red, because often beach huts, it seems to me beach huts are often red. So there's the shape that you need to cut out. You draw it on one side, cut it out, and then just stick it onto with a bit of Pritt stick. It's a Pritt stick day to day. Stick it onto your beach scene like that. And then what I did with the one that I've done before is I got some red paper. Well, I got a purple in the one I did before, but I wish I'd done it in red last time. And just cut out strips of paper, like I'm cutting out now. Strips of paper just like that. And with your Pritt stick, just measure them so that you get them right. And just stick them onto your beach hut. It's very easy. You just have to cut strips of paper out and put them on there. You just have to be patient, really. Obviously, the more time you spend doing it, like any craft, the more time you spend doing it, the better it's going to look. So I'm not going to finish this one for you because, as I've said before, you don't really need to see me doing it right to the end. But you'll just get the feel for what I'm doing, and then you can carry on. Put the stripes down like I did. Just narrow stripes down your beach hut like this. You might need, if you're not very old, you might need a little bit of hand with the cutting and so on, but it's always good to ask a grown-up, mum or dad, you've got a big brother or sister or something like that at home who can help you. Something grannies and grandpas like helping with. So I used to find my granny used to always like helping me with craft things, so you might find the same. And then in a minute you'll see my beach hut, and hopefully you'll think, wow. If you don't think wow, well, it's not a problem. There we are. Done very quickly, this beach hut, so it's probably not the best beach hut that you've ever seen, but it's a beach hut. And little step at the bottom so they can get into their beach hut. And there you are. There's the beach hut that I've just done very quickly. You can do it in whatever colour you like. You can put a number on the door, and then you can put patterns around it. You can put, like I've done here, you could put a sun umbrella in the next to it for the people who are in the beach huts. You can put the sun in the sky. and I put some fish in the sea. So you can do what you really want with that. And then of course the other beach hut that I've done here, which takes a lot longer to do, is done with lollipop sticks. Same shape. Beach huts don't change shape at all. Get some lollipop sticks. You can get these in the works, you can get them at Hobbycraft. You can get them quite simply. The cheaper they are and the smaller they are, the better it is. Don't be tempted to get the brightly coloured big ones, because they're quite difficult to work with. And all you have to do with those, as you can see, is you glue them onto your piece of paper and you get the beach hut shape. I did that in different colours, but you could do it all in one colour. And you can see there I put some little flowers around it. That beach hut must have been on grass, mustn't it, near the sea? But I thought after I'd done it, it looks like a very, very nice garden shed rather than a beach hut, but it was a beach hut in my imagination. So that's the next beach hut you could do, just with lollipop sticks that you can get in shops very easily. And the last thing you can do is, if you are going down to the beach, is pick up a stone and you can paint one with felt tip pens. I did that just with felt tip pens. I did it this morning. It didn't take me very long. So going down to the beach, very simple, very easy. Beach huts, just with cut up pieces of paper. There's the one we've just done, and the one that we did earlier, which is like a seaside scene, and the one with the lollipop sticks. And then finally, which actually was the first one we did, is the shells. So this week, if you do go to the beach, have a look at the beach huts and the different colours they are, and let's see some nice ones that you've painted or you've done. Keep safe, and keep safe if you're on the beach. Don't go in the sea if it looks like it's a bit dangerous. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.